Today we're going to start by tracing and cutting out our circle shape. So very carefully hold your template in place on the edge of your paper, not right in the middle. And we're going to trace around it with a pencil. The next step is to cut it out. Once your circle is cut out, you're going to draw your animal very large on the circle. You can either choose to have it in the center, or sometimes I like to put it slightly off center. So choose your animal that you're going to draw, and remember to start with the large shapes first and then slowly work your way down to details at the very, very end. When you're done with your drawing, don't forget to erase any leftover lines that are no longer needed. Next, we're going to test out some different metallic drawing utensils on a scrap piece of paper. When you've picked one that's really good and shiny, we're going to use this marker to outline all of the important outlines of our animal. You can also use some metallic pencils to add extra texture, such as fur, or also some shading, where you don't want a really hard line of the marker that stands out a lot, but you just want kind of more of a softer line, like maybe kind of where the face is fading into the body right here. Maybe there's a little bit of a shadow under here. I think that using the metallic colored pencil can really help to add just a little bit of a realistic quality to your animal by working on some textures and different value scales within the work. Especially where you think there might be a muscle, like this leg muscle. I kind of erased this original oval that was here, but I'm going to just sort of shade it a little bit so that you can sort of see where that leg muscle is. Around this little bone. Just keep on working with your metallic supplies until you're happy with your picture. Now we're going to make our animal look like it's really a constellation. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to pick a few important points on my animal where I'm going to add a little star. Now it is up to you where you're going to add these points, because we're not being super scientific with this. We're not going to make necessarily constellations that truly exist. We're kind of almost inventing our own. So sometimes artists, instead of copying exact real life, they sort of change it a little bit to make their artwork look cool. And that's totally fine. That's called artistic license. So I'm just going to keep on going, adding some dots in some of the key places. I don't think I'm going to add any on the face necessarily, because maybe I'll add one here. I don't want to mess up any important details by adding a big dot on top of it, but I really focused on like the ends of the feet, elbows, knees, ears, tails, things like that. Now once you have a few stars put on, it doesn't really matter how many you make, that's up to you. We're going to use a lighter metallic, such as a colored pencil, and we're going to kind of play a little game of connected dots. Once again, this is going to be up to you how you connect these dots, but this is the part that's going to make it really look like it's a constellation. Feel free to add more stars or more lines as needed until you're happy with your picture. Once again, there's not a right or wrong way to do the star and line part of this project. It's truly what you think looks good.